Hello guys, welcome back. Today in this video, we're going to look at how we can create a title block of our choice. So I go to this family, new, and from over here in this select template file, I open this title block folder and I have some of these sheets over here, A0, A1, A2, A3. Among these, I select this A3 metric RFT and I click on this open. You see this rectangle represents our sheet. And first of all, let's create a border. For that, I go to create line and from here, I take this rectangle tool and I put an offset of -10. That's 10 millimeter. You know, the unit of this family is millimeter. And I click over here and then on this corner. So I created a new rectangle and then I again go to create a line and this time I take this line tool and I draw a line like this. Then I go to this temporary dimension. I click on the number and then I change to 60 and I enter. Then I again take this line and I draw a line over here. Then I change this dimension to 100, enter. Then I hit my escape key twice to get out of the command. Then I take this offset and I put an offset value of 25. Then I create some rectangles over here like this. Now I've created 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 boxes. And once again, I go to create line and this time I take this rectangle. Then I put an offset of minus 2.5 millimeter. Then I click over here. Similarly, some rectangles over here. Okay, that's over. Once again, I go to create and this time I take this filled region. I click here and I extend to 150. Then I click here and I draw 100. Then I come over here and I create a line of length of 50 millimeter. Then from over here to 75. From over here to 75. Then 50 millimeter, 150, 100. Okay. Then I take this offset. I put 5 mm. Then offset this, offset this, offset this. Okay. Then I create a standard line about an angle 45 degrees. Okay. Now I take the trim extent tool. Then I cut and join everything in a way we want, like this. Now you see it's okay. Then I click on this green arrow over here to finish the edit mode. But you see over here, it has a kind of a hashed pattern. In order to change that, I go to this edit type. Then I duplicate this, click on this OK. Then I select this diagonal crosshatch and I change it to solid fill. OK. OK. I would solid fill. We don't want this inside line anymore. So just select and delete it. Also, we don't want this line. So we select and delete it. But there's a gap in between these two. So I once again go to create line and I draw a line from this point to this point. Let's now increase the thickness of certain lines to make our layout more pretty. So I select this line and I go to this title blocks. I click on this little arrow over here and I change it to wide lines. So now it's a wide line. And then I select these lines by holding my control key down. And then once again, I go to these title blocks and I select this wide lines. So these lines are all wide. And once again, I select this line and make it a wide one. But when I zoom it a bit, I could see the line is not perfectly joined with the hatches, kind of protruding inside to the inside level of hatches. So I have to change that. So I select the line and then I extend it a bit back. But this is not properly aligned. So I select it. So once again, I select it and I change the dimension to 2.75. That's not enough. So I give 2.95 and now it's perfectly okay. You see here the way we cut these ends are not matching to how the rest are cut. So first I select the sketch and then I tap on this edit sketch and then I'm going to make some changes to make it matching with the others. Now it's okay. So we finished our first part, that is the design part. Now we are going to get into our text part. Text has basically two parts, the label text and text. First, we are going to deal with the text. So I tap on this text and in this properties browser, you can see text 8 mm. But I want some modifications. So I click on this edit type and then I duplicate it and I give a name, title, text 3 mm. Okay. Then I go to this text font. It's now Arial. I change it into Babe as new. And over here, you can see the text size is 8 but what we assigned is 3 So I change it to 3. Then you have here bold and I check it and I click on this OK. First I click over here and I put notes. Then I come over here and I give project name. Over here I give drawing title, then drawing number. Here I just hit my enter key to add some more text in the same bundle. Revision, then sheet number. Then I click on the next box next below to escape from this bundle and to start a new group of text. Where I first enter drawn by, then checked by, then I put approved by, then I go to the next block and I write client, and the box below I write builder, finally consultant. Now I hit close and I double tap on my escape key to get out of the command. Now I'm going to select each and every text and move it into the corner. Okay, now that's over. Now it's time to add the label text. So I go to create. Here we have this label text. I click on it and first I go to the block that corresponds to project name and I click over here. That opens a dialog box and we have all these parameters over here, among which we have to find a parameter that will suit to our project name. You see here we have this project name over here. Select it and click on this green arrow to load it into our label parameters window and then apply and OK. But you see here the font is too big for the block to accommodate it. So let me first select it and go to this properties browser, edit type, and we duplicate it and we give a name, label, text to and on OK. Then we come over here. This font size is 8 now and we change it to 2 and we click on this OK. Now you see the font size is reduced. So now I'm going to continue with the label text. So I go to create label. First of all, let's bring our font. This is it, the label text to and this time I click over here, this drawing title. What that suits the drawing title in this list is sheet name. So I select it and I click on this add parameter button. Then I click on this apply. So we have this sheet name over here. Then I go to this drawing number and you see we have this sheet number over here. Then I click on this add parameter. Okay. Then revision. We have this current revision over here. Next is sheet number. Actually, what I mean by this is the kind of sheet. So I just hit my escape key twice to get out of the label command. And I go to this sheet number and I double click on it to edit it. And I change sheet number to sheet only. Then I tap my escape key twice to escape from the command. Okay. Now let's continue with the label text. I click just try to sheet, but you see in this parameter list, I find nothing that would suit to this sheet. So I go to this add parameter option. Here I have a dialog box where I can see this parameter type. The shared parameter is originally checked. So I click on the select button and we get a warning over here that says no title block.txt is available. And do you want to choose a new file? So I tap on this yes. And here I create a new text file by clicking on this create button. And over here in this, I create a text file. The file name is titleblock.txt. That's the default one. Since I am okay with that, click on the save. And then I create a new group. Click on new. And the new group is sheets. Then I click on this OK. Then I tap on this new to create a new parameter. Parameter name is sheet type. And here we have to make a selection of the type of parameters. Now it's length, but we have to change it into text. And I click on this OK. Okay. 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 Now we have the sheet type over here and let me load it and click on this apply and okay. Next is drawn by and we have this drawn by over here. Next one is checked by and it's over here. And the next in that group is approved by and here we have this approved by. Now client information. Here we have client name. The next two columns corresponds to builder and consultant, but in this example, I leave it as unfilled. Here we have this drawing number. It gives information about the sheet number, but it doesn't give any information about the total number of sheets in the drawing set. and we have no parameter to show that. So let's add a parameter to show the total number of sheets in the drawing set or in the project. So I take the title text 3 and I write off here. The parameter that we're going to insert just right to this will show the total number of sheets in this drawing set. And here we should have another parameter. To create that parameter, I go to create, label, and I click over here. But in this box, there is nothing that would match to that position. So I go to this add parameter, select, and edit, and I create new. Here I typed total number of sheets, and I click on this OK, OK. I select this one, and I click OK, OK. Here we have total number of sheets. I add it, and then I apply and OK. But you see this goes out of our sheet. So I select it. Then I go to this edit. You see here the sample value. I change it into 100. Okay. Then I resize the text box. Now I select this label and I resize the text and I go to label and here I put 01. Okay. Now let me position all of our labels. So I select the first one and I move it to the upward and leftward. In the similar manner, I select each and every text which I think would have better position. Then I bring my move tool, holding down my left mouse button, I position them properly as you see here. If you want to have any logo in the title box, then you can go to insert image and I select the image from here and I click on this open and I can resize it by holding on this grip and dragging it. So it's resized. Then I move to where I want. Okay. Since I'm working for this consultant, I should add the consultant name over here and it's a normal text. So I go to create text. This time I edit this text because I want a different text. So I going to duplicate and I select this title text 2 Okay. And I change this text font to Arial and I select this bold. I change this 3 to 2 and I click on this OK. I click over here to write my text. Trinity Consortium. Trinity Consortium. Also, I want to add some notes over here. So I click over here and I write all dimensions are in CM. Okay, now we have completed all of our labeling parts. What that remains now is nothing but just saving the family. So I go to File, Save. Okay, now we finished everything regarding with the title block making. So I just close it. Now I open an existing project. This is it. We already have a title box over here. Now I go to my sheets and I right click on it and I have this little dialog box over here. Over here I can see new sheet as the first option. I click on it and I got this dialog box. Here I have an option named Lord. I click on it and from over here in this title box folder, I select this TBA3L2. This is the one we just created. So I click on this open and it's here and I click on this OK. Let's go to the previous one and it's here. If you want to change this box, just select it and go to this properties browser. Click on this little arrow over here. Then you go down and you can see this new block over here. Just click it. Your title block will be replaced by the new one. Okay, now this is the new one and here we have to do some important things. So I go to this manage tab and I have this project parameters over here. I click on it and I click on this add because we have to add some shared parameters that we created during the making phase of our title block. So I select this shared parameter and I click on this select and we have this sheet type and total number of sheets. These are the two parameters that we assign to our title block during its making process. So I first select this sheet type and I click on this OK and you see here it's an instant property and before going further you have to assign this parameter to any one of the category given here. Actually this sheet type is related with the sheets. So I scroll down until I find sheets. You see here sheets. I check that box corresponds to sheet and I click on OK and okay, we have one more shared parameters to be managed. So once again go to manage project parameters and click on this add, then select the shared parameter, then click on this select and we have this total number of sheets. This is the next parameter to be dealt with. So select it and click on this OK. Now we have to assign this total number of sheets to any one of the categories given here. So I scroll down and you see the total number of sheets is an invariable thing in a set of drawings. So this is a kind of project information. So let's assign this to the project information category in this box. So I scroll down until I find this project information. Here it is, the project information. I check this box corresponds to it, and then I click on this OK and the OK over here. Now we have finished that section. Next we go to project information and we can see the total number of sheets over here, and it doesn't have any value now. I type 10 over here and I click on this OK. Now you see it has come over here. Next we're going to look into how we can add this drawing title and the drawing number. I go to my project browser and you see over here A102 unnamed is the highlighted one, and this is our current sheet. I right click on it and I select this rename. Here in this sheet title I give 01, and in this box corresponds to name I give east elevation, and I click on this OK. You see drawing number has come as 1 and drawing title has come as east elevation. Now we have these three: drawn by, checked by, approved by. If I go to this properties dialog box, I can see over here approved by approver, designed by designer, checked by checker. Here I double click it and I change to drawn by as RS and checked by as SR and approved by as SRS. And then when you go to your properties dialog box, you can see here drawn by RS, checked by SR and approved by SRS. So I think it's clear now. Next, we're going to deal with the revision. When you go to the properties browser and you scroll down a bit, I can see this revisions on sheet. I click on this edit and you see here in this box, we have three columns: section 1, revision 1, date 1 and shown in revision schedule. Currently this box is unchecked. Let me check this box and click on this OK. Now you see it has come over here. Next is sheet. This is an entity whose value can be assigned directly from here. So first I select it and then I double click on this question mark. Then I can write whatever I want here. I just write A3 and then I click on somewhere on the paper to get rid of the command. Okay. Next is project name. In order to give a project name, I have to go to project information. Here I can see project name. I write here mercantile building. Okay. It has come. The next one remains is client. Again, I go to project information. Here we have this client name. I write here RS. Okay. Now it has come over here. As of now, we have given all those important information here. And I think it's time to finish this tutorial. So thanks for watching. Goodbye.